If they want to think to take on government, if we get out of line, which they're talking again about, well, guess what? They need F-15s. They don't need a rifle.
He's up there and he's saying, oh, the tree of liberty, blah, 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 blah. And he just starts mumbling. And then he goes, these people are trying to tell us that if we get out of line, they're going to have a revolution. Well, I got news for you. You're going to need F-15s for that. So what he's saying directly to the American people is, you, I'll do whatever the I want. We'll do whatever we want. And there ain't you can do about it. And he's said that 4 or 5 times. He means it. These people are communists, bro. Imagine the president of the United States saying, hey, if we get out of line, there's nothing you can do about it because you don't have F-15s and we do. You're threatening the American people, bro.
We're military action.
The people who pay your salaries, they pay your bills, you tax them to death. If you don't think that they think we're scum by now, I don't know how to convince you. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to reality. Guys, today we have Andy and DJ.
We're cruising the internet.
Politely.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to keep it under control today. Definitely, we're definitely not going to say anything offensive.
You wait for it.
All right, I'm going to skip the rest of the intro because we're on a timeline today. I got a very important meeting after this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
can't even say it.
I have to go. That's right. I can't say it.
Oh, is that home?
No, and I have to go home, and I have to spend time in my study with my leather-bound books.
Safe space?
Yes. See, that's the great thing about safe space in my house, bro.
Hold on.
You can say whatever you want. Are you ruining my jokes?
No, the thing just crashed
That
on
just
me.
cost you a trophy. Since I was about to tell the funniest joke of all time, and you ruined it, you got to give me one of yours.
No, the shit just crashed
Reparations, motherfucker.
It crashed on me. All right, that's what it is. Oh, Joe.
What do you say? Maybe it's true what they said, DJ.
No, it just crashed.
You don't even know what a computer is. Who said that, Hokel?
What is this magical box? Pay the fee.
Yeah,
pay the fee.
Yeah.
Yep. What's going on with you, though? Everything good?
I guess so.
We got a little switch up there on the table.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah, dude, I was doing some energy drink testing this morning.
Mm-hmm. So you're hammered right now.
Very important work. My first meeting of the day. I always like to do the energy drink meetings first.
Yeah.
Because I get cracked out of my gourd. But anyway, one of the flavors that we were working on was Citrus Blast. And I remembered how much I love this flavor.
It is a solid flavor, man. It is a solid flavor.
It is highly underrated.
Mm-hmm.
It goes under the radar. But, dude, to me, this is like Mountain Dew on steroids.
Yeah.
It tastes like a Diet Mountain Dew, but it hits you like crack.
See, I like to think it's more like Yellow Mellow.
Mellow Yellow?
Mellow Yellow. That's one of my favorite drinks, is a Mellow Yellow.
You like that. You like that that Mountain Lion. Dr. Mountain.
Hey, that shit was good. I didn't tell no difference.
Dude, the names of the generic drinks are the funniest thing ever.
Oh, they're the funniest ones. The worst ones are the cereals.
Oh, yeah.
Those are really bad.
Hoopty Loops.
Fruit circles. Oh, man. Hey,
they're called Hoopty Loops in the hood, bro.
Yeah, right. But
they spin around.
It's funny because we're on this road of like nostalgia, right? Childhood stuff. Were you a big Mortal Kombat guy?
That was towards the end of my. I played all the games, and then I started playing Call of Duty, and then I played no other games.
Just switched over.
Yeah, ever again.
Who was your favorite character on Mortal Kombat?
Probably the guy that shot lightning, Raiden.
Raiden,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I had to play it on the cheat code where you could like rip their. It was like bloody. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
There was a cheat code you could put in, and it would like
the ultimate death scene. And
yeah.
shit?
You could like pull their spine out and shit.
I mean, were the graphics that good? Because this is what you This is what it looked like when you played, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Raiden. That was my guy. What?
Nothing.
What is that?
Old school. No, well, I mean, it's
Were
interesting.
you laughing at the graphics?
Yeah.
Oh, they were way worse than that, bro. Listen, when I was a kid, you don't even know like what Intellivision is. You know what Intellivision is?
In television? I have no idea.
Do you know what ColecoVision is?
Nope.
Okay, well, you don't know shit about bad graphics. Joe knows.
I mean, I had a Sega.
No.
I had a Dreamcast.
Sega was, dude, that's like,
Nintendo 64.
bro, that's like Dubai compared to like Jefferson County, Missouri.
Yeah, okay.
That's the difference.
Got it, okay.
Yeah,
All
bro.
right.
We had like, you ever see Pong? You know what Pong is?
Yeah, just where the two bars.
Yeah.
That's the shit you had.
Yes.
That was like the first game ever made.
Yeah. I was born in 79. That's when the new games came out, bro.
Of the 1800s. Good God.
Yeah, well,
No,
that's why
man.
I'm so much fucking smarter than you.
Well, I mean, okay, so Mortal Kombat, Raiden was your guy. So I wanted to bring this up and just get your thoughts on it. This headline reads, Mortal Kombat to change popular slogan to be more inclusive.
What's the slogan? Finish him? Finish them?
The popular video game Mortal Kombat has finally decided to be a voice for the LGBTQ plus and all of that community.
Why do they got dollar signs past? This is a fucking joke. You fucking made this shit up, bro.
I told you he would notice. You did too much, man. You sent it too goddamn far.
All right, well, let's pretend like I didn't notice. Oh, what happened, DJ? Tell us what happened. For years, the video game has used a popular finish him kill phrase to signify the death of another character. After a Reddit poll posted by Midway Games, the franchise has decided to change the kill phrase to finish they them to be more inclusive.
Finish they them.
You can't fucking fool me, motherfuckers.
Madot, bro, you fucked it up, man. I told you that shit when the word he saw the dollar sign.
The dollar sign and the pound sign, because you know they don't want money.
Yeah, they don't want. Well, they want our money.
They want your money.
Yeah, they want everybody else's money.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah. Well, all right, worth a try there. God damn it, Madot. Wait, I said it too, man. Did we say it, Joe? We fucking said it.
You guys never fucking get me, bro.
I could get you.
It'll never
if
happen.
Madot didn't fuck it up.
No. It'll never happen. I'm too fucking smart, bro.
All right. Yep.
All right, let's go.
All right. Well, enough with the misinformation.
That's right.
Let's get into our
Let's
headlines.
clarify.
Yeah, that's fake.
That was a lie.
I mean, it wouldn't be surprising though.
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't be surprising. It would not.
They got like a LGBTQ.
Get over here with your consent.
Raiden shoots rainbows. Oh, dude.
Oh,
Bro,
man.
you pull their spine out, and then there's like a dildo stuck at the end of it. Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
That's pretty gay.
Yep.
Hey, it is the month, man. We got to celebrate
We
it.
got to celebrate.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. So let's get into these headlines, guys. Remember, if you want to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can find them linked there. With that being said, man, let's get to headline number one. We got a little follow-up here we got to address. Everybody's still kind of talking about it out there, but like there's some information that's come out that's pretty interesting. So we've covered this a few days ago with the Hunter Biden laptop that came out during his gun trial, right? And here lately, a lot of people have been putting a lot of focus on those 51 intel officers that signed that letter. Again, we covered this a few episodes ago. But in the days since Hunter Biden's laptop was entered into evidence in his Delaware gun trial, Republican lawmakers have called out the 51 intelligence officials who originally cast doubt on his authenticity before the 2020 election. Quote, I think there needs to be an investigation into every single one of them, Representative Kat Kamek, Florida, told the Daily Mail during congressional baseball practice. Quote, we know that the intel community never operates in absolutes, and the fact that we had 51 come forward and try to put forward a narrative that this was disinformation, misinformation, when everyone knew full well that it wasn't, that it was very real, that speaks volumes about the politicization and weaponization of the DOJ and the intelligence community. Now, again, I think all of these people, this is direct treason, right?
Yes.
You're putting your name on something to fabricate
Yes.
something to influence or sway an election or prevent information from coming out to prevent the American people from being informed and making informed decisions, because that's really what it's about. Right?
Absolutely.
Like, if you knew that your president was involved in, all of these things,
and you lied to protect him,
what would the votes really be, right? Or how much would they have been able to fudge, right?
Well, and then where would the country be right now? We have all of these people that are suffering, and especially in the middle class, who, we have debt at an all-time high. We have savings at an all-time low. Eventually that breaks, and people go through a depression, and it ruins people's lives. And none of us would be in that situation. We wouldn't have the migrant situation. We wouldn't have World War III. We wouldn't have Russia subs off the fucking coast of Florida had those motherfuckers not lied and buried that story. And that is a fucking fact.
It's a fact, man.
So we have to look at what the damage was that got created by their lies and what was the reason for their lies. The reason for their lies was to deceive the American public for the purpose of maintaining control and power for their own benefit over us, when in reality, they're supposed to serve us. These people can never be trusted again.
No, never. Well, so the interesting thing that comes out of this is because you think about it, right? Like, you got 51 people. How are they all on the same page? Who is the one that called the meeting? Who's the one that talked about, hey, like, I think we should do this, right? There had to be some type of orchestration here.
For sure.
And of course we know that, and we can make allegations and speculate on who that was. Hillary, right? Well, that's not even an allegation. That's proven with Operation Hurricane Crossfire that they did, and going all the way back to 2016. But here's the thing. An interesting person came out. We got emails, verified emails to prove this. Anthony Blinken, who is the Secretary of State, the current Secretary of State. He's the one that kind of led this effort to get all these 51 intelligence officials on the same page. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is silent on whether he regrets his alleged efforts in helping discredit Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop that would later be used as evidence in Biden's federal trial, resulting in a conviction. The ties between Blinken and Biden were brought into the forefront last year after former CIA Deputy Director Michael Morrell testified to the House Judiciary and Intelligence Committees of Fox News Digital Review found. So this has technically been out in the public for a year, but that has been silent until today. There are emails between Anthony Blinken and Hunter Biden scheduling the meetings, right, to get this all set up.
No way.
Verified emails here. This is an email that was sent. This is all the way back in 2015. An email from Hunter Biden. Have a few minutes next week to grab a cup of coffee. I know you are impossibly busy, but would like to get your advice on a couple of things. Best, Hunter, to which Anthony Blinken replied, absolutely. I'm just about to land in Tokyo en route back D.C. from Burma. I'll be in office from Tuesday on. Copying Linda in my office to find a good time. Look forward to seeing you, Tony. Here's another one. Dear Hunter, I will be in touch with you directly to schedule a good time. Please advise on best times for you next week, and we'll try to accommodate. That's from the personal assistant of Anthony Blinken. There's another one that has a confirmation of the actual meeting, and what Morrell, again, that former CIA deputy director, testified to under oath was that in those meetings, that's when it was created to get 51 intelligence officials all on the same page to discredit that. When was that laptop thing an issue? When did it come out as an issue? That was 2016. Right?
Hold on. We're talking about the 51 intelligence guys who signed that paper saying that Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian bullshit.
Correct.
That happened in 2020.
Okay.
So how does these emails from 2015 relate to that?
They were already planning it in 2015.
So this guy, Morrell, testified to the House Judiciary Intelligence Committee that meeting in 2015 was
setting it up years in advance.
No way.
That's what's coming out here, man. Yep, Morrell testified that Blinken as President Biden's then campaign senior advisor. So that was his role. Before Blinken became Secretary of State, he was Biden's campaign senior advisor. And that, quote, he played a role in the inception of the public statement signed by intelligence officials claiming Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop was part of a Russian disinformation campaign just weeks before the 2020 presidential election. But they planned it 5 years before that.
How?
Bro, I think what this is exposing is that, you know, these moves are calculated. They're planning all of this stuff years in advance. What's the big year that they're planning
but
for?
that doesn't make sense to me, dude. So like,
they
how
would be thinking years ahead.
No,
like that?
that's not that, because I know that, because what we're dealing with here is communism, okay?
Mhm.
And communism is a 100-year, 200-year in the future playbook.
Right.
That's the thing that the American people have a hard time grasping. So what's happening right now is the result of things that Klaus Schwab was putting in place in the 70s.
Right.
That's not what I'm confused about. What I'm confused about is that this guy is saying that in 2015, so is it like this? Like, hey, I lost this laptop, if it ever comes out, this is what we're going to do?
This is the play. Yep.
Well, couldn't they fucking track the laptop down in 2015?
Well, that's also coming out, and that was some of the stuff that the FBI actually had that laptop a long time before they officially.
So why
said
wouldn't
that
they
had
just fucking shut it down and make sure it never came out?
Well, I think that, see, here's the one thing that we talk about all the time, right? Like, inside of every single one of these agencies, FBI, ATF, inside of every single one of them, there's a home team, there's good guys, right,
Yeah.
that are on our side, and then there's a side that's not.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And it only takes one person to leak some stuff. I believe that the Trump campaign, Giuliani, they knew about the laptop well in advance, right? And I don't know if this is just high-level chess here, right? Like, they're very strategic about when things happen, right? And we've always assumed that. Like, there's a reason certain headlines come out when they do.
For sure.
Right? Like, there's no doubt about that. And so I think that, you know, they have these strategy meetings, right? Long-term play out of what's going to happen. And if this happens, then we'll do
With
this.
contingencies.
With contingency
Right.
plans.
That makes sense, but I mean, what makes more sense is that in 2015, they were working in conjunction to create this narrative of Russian disinformation, Russian interference in the election should Trump get elected.
Right.
That makes sense. Like, what happens if this guy wins the election? Oh, well, then we come out with this and we say this and this and this. And I don't know. Like, it's confusing as to why that would happen to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, but but here's the thing. And I got this in the second headline, but there's weird things happening even now, planning for 10 years ahead, that are coming out of the Biden administration today, right? That is being talked about. One final thing on this just whole Hunter Biden trial. Did you see that Joe Biden came out and says Hunter's a victim of weaponized system of justice? The irony.
No, bro, that it's not ironic. It's only ironic if you don't know what they do. You read Rules for Radicals. Like, every single motherfucker listening to this show should read Rules for Radicals. It's by Sal Alinsky. Hillary Clinton talks about Sal Alinsky being one of her mentors and heroes and somebody she looked up to. Every single one of these people loves that book, and they credit that book, and they talk about that book openly in terms of how it's influenced their political direction and belief system. It is a book about communism and the tactics that they use on how to get people in the position they need them to be in. And one of the major rules that they talk about in Rules for Radicals is to always accuse the other side of what you are doing. That is, like, it says it that plain. Always accuse the enemy of what you are doing. And if you understand that rule and that all these people love that book, then it makes sense when they say shit like this, because what he's saying is exactly what they're doing.
Right.
And everybody knows this because I see this in the comments across the internet. They're projecting, they're gaslighting. This is what they're doing. Yes, no shit. If you took a fucking hour or 2 hours and read fucking Alinsky's book, you'd see it clear as day. For real.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. And so with all of this stuff happening, right, we talk about the elections quite often. We try to uncover this stuff. A new poll just came out from Rasmussen where 66% of voters believe outcome of 2024 presidential election will be affected by cheating. So this is a new poll that just came out. And so obviously, I think what this shows is there's obviously more Americans that are waking up and understanding, okay, hey, yeah, not only is this one in jeopardy, but most likely 2020 was also, right? Like they're coming to terms with that.
Yeah,
almost.
but they're not saying that this is not what, here's the meat of that statement or that poll isn't just 70% of people believe the outcome of the 2024 election will be affected by cheating because they're cheating Trump.
Right.
If Trump wins, those people are going to say that Trump cheated just like they did in 2016.
Right.
Everybody forgets that. Everybody forgets that for 4 fucking years while he was president, all they did was accuse him of cheating the election. You had Hillary on TV calling him an illegitimate president. You had fucking them telling that he was placed in power by Russia or a Russia cohort or strategizer or ally or sympathizer, that and it's all come out that Hillary Clinton paid to have the only piece of evidence that implicated Trump as some sort of Russian asset / connection. She paid to have that created. It's called the Steele dossier. If you go read about what the Steele dossier is, it's a document that Clinton had fucking created to accuse Trump. These people, for their own self-interest and their own greed and their own fucking self-worship, have ruined the country for the last 7 years. Okay? I'm with her. Well, she fucking hates you. All she cares about is herself. All she cares about is getting what the fuck she wants, which is to be president, because she's an egotistical piece of shit. Okay? And on top of that, I think she's evil. That's my personal opinion. I think anybody that looks at her and watches her talk can see that. She's not a good person. She's fucking crazy. She's completely disconnected from the American people. There's a video of her online walking through a regular person's apartment, and her face is like disgusted. Like she doesn't want to touch anything. She doesn't even realize this is how most people live. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she paid, these people are so above us, the regular people of America, that she thinks that it was okay for her to pay to have a piece of evidence manufactured to say that Trump was a Russian asset. The media and all the politicians that disagree with Trump for 7 years have called him a fucking traitor, a Russian asset.
Impeached him.
Hitler, they impeached him twice.
Yeah.
They do all this shit. They ruin the American economy. They ruin racial relations. They created as much disturbance and disruption and division as possible, okay, for their own benefit. That in itself is treason.
Yep.
Okay, we have all had parts of our lives taken from us because of this small group of people wanting to be who the fuck they think they're destined to be. The bitch wears fucking emperor clothes. She wears robes that look like she's a fucking emperor. Like, what do you think she thinks of you and these people think of you? They think you're shit. They think you're scum. They think you're a subhuman, deplorable people. That's what they think.
Yep.
They say it publicly.
100%.
Trump supporters need to go to re-education camp.
Right.
That's fucking out of her motherfucking mouth.
Right. Right.
Bro, it's time to fucking get whatever we got to do to get those people out of our fucking system. They need to be handled.
Well, it's funny you say that because I want to show you this last little article. That is,
They've ruined enough of our country, dude.
oh, bro, 100%. But these talks,
Why are we allowing 100 elderly people in our country to fuck it up for the rest of us? Why are we allowing that?
I don't know, man, and it's interesting. And the thing is, on this track talk, right? It's like, you had somebody which we covered the other day, Maxine Waters, right? Like, what are these people going to do? Are they, they're going to make a revolution, like baiting us. Biden, for the 5th time in the last 4 years, comes out again with that
And
statement.
threatens us.
Directly threatens.
That's a threat. Him saying what he said for literally the 4th or 5th time in public the other day, that is a threat to the American people. What he said, if you didn't catch it, go look up the clip. He said, well, I hear a bunch of these people, and he goes, the blood of liberty. Like, he starts misquoting the quote because he's too stupid to even know the quote. Yeah. Okay? He's up there and he's saying, oh, the tree of liberty, blah, 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 blah. These guys are, he just starts mumbling, and then he goes, he goes, these people are trying to tell us that if we get out of line, they're going to have a revolution. Well, I got news for you. You're going to need F-15s for that. So what he's saying directly to the American people is, fuck you. I'll do whatever the I want. We'll do whatever we want. And there ain't shit you can do about it. And he's said that 4 or 5 times. Okay? So he's saying it in open. He's saying it out in the open. He means it. These people are communists, bro. They're threatening us. Like legit threat. Imagine that. Imagine the president of the United States saying, hey, if we get out of line, there's nothing you can do about it because you don't have F-15s and we do, bitch. That's what he said.
5 times.
Yeah.
5 times. You know, and
you think it's baiting?
Yeah, yeah. And that was at a conference, you know, again, while they're also trying to make legislation and push to take guns, right? Or assault rifles, whatever they want to.
Oh, they're terrified, bro. That's why they keep wanting to take the guns.
Well, 100%. And it's interesting because on this note, a new study just comes out. This headline reads, Canadian study worries about under-anticipated U.S. Civil War, ignores growing resentment at home. So this is interesting. This is coming out of Canada. And mind you, we just covered the other day that they're talking about their own inside treason that's happening inside of their own parliament, right? They want to release a study that comes out of Canada that is saying that one of the top threats that you know is concerning right now of the time is a civil war revolution inside of the United States. And so this article dives into it. It says, if you dig deep into the subterranean internet files of the Canadian government, you might find a link to Policy Horizons Canada, a group that you might surmise is attached to Global Affairs Canada. But no, it is affiliated with the Federal Public Service. The posting of a recent study titled Disruptions on the Horizon might have been missed by the public had an article not been posted to Politico declaring, quote, Canada's big worry, a U.S. Civil War. It's a 37-page document, and there's a lot of worries inside of this document, with another American Civil War not even making the first top 10 list that is called the top 10 most likely disruptions. But first on the list is quote, people cannot tell what is true and what is not. That's their first top worry. That would seem to be a politically correct choice to make, given that Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is chronically urging Canadians to avoid misinformation and disinformation on the internet, and to only believe the news that they see on approved mainstream media, and to calmly accept the introduction of his widely totalitarian Online Harms Act as something that is really about social media safety. Other concerns are, you know, billionaires around the world, mental health is a crisis. But one of the lists, and I think it comes in at like 13 on that list, is the under anticipated disruptions list, where they are concerned about a civil war in the United States, saying, quote, civil war erupts in the United States, U.S. ideological divisions, democratic erosion, and domestic unrest escalate, plunging the country into civil war. Very interesting.
Civil war, and who are the two sides?
What are the two sides?
Well, listen. So, civil war, you mean, what do you mean? Like progressive leftists versus everybody else? Because that's not going to be a war. That'll be an extermination. Mm-hmm. Those people don't have guns. They're not equipped. They're weak. They're sick. They're the nerds of the world that have never fucking been able to run or throw or do anything. That's why they are the way they are. Okay? So that's not a war. What are those guys going to come and attack everybody else with their fucking Nerf and their trash can lids and shit?
Pool noodles.
Is that what the fuck they're going to do? We're going to LARP? We're going to LARP in the fucking park? That's the war that they're talking about is a potential revolutionary war. Okay? But I don't even think it's that, because if you pull the police and the military of who the fuck they don't support Joe Biden. Now, they may not say it publicly, but privately, that's what the fuck they're talking about. So are we really supposed to believe that the military and the police are going to turn against the American people? And even if they do, aren't they outnumbered a gazillion to one in terms of the weaponry that the civilians have versus the military? Yeah, what are you going to do? Just blow up everybody?
Carpet bomb?
Yeah, what are you going to do? Like, bro, by the way, that wouldn't even be the way it would happen. They don't think about it. It's not, people think there'd be some like mad rush to the Capitol and it would be like what they think January. That's not what would happen. What would happen is everybody would organize in their own cities and they would take the people out in their own cities and take over their own cities. So how is the government going to stop that? Right. How can the military stop that? If there were a fucking group that were out here and said, hey, we're going to handle this city, we're going to handle this city, we're going to handle this city, and it all happened at one time, how the fuck could it be stopped?
Couldn't.
Okay, that's what like these people think they live in fucking Hollywood. You think that the rest of the people out here, bro, there's millions and millions and millions and millions of people that are like itching for something like this to happen. They're so fucking sick of it. And dude, these people think because they have these big weapons and because they have F-15s, which an F-15 is like 5 jets ago, dumbass, okay? Because they have all this shit, that they're going to somehow, how is that going to work for them? They only have enough troops to fucking hold down 6 American cities. There's like 60 major metropolitan areas. And you actually think that the state governments are going to go along with this? Like, bro, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? These people are delusional. And I think what they're trying to do is bait the outside fringe people into taking vigilante action in small little groups in an unorganized fashion, right, so that they can weed out the quote unquote troublemakers or the leaders of these movements. Correct. Yeah. But like to think that this is somehow of like, we're going to rush the Capitol. That's not what the fuck would happen. That's why saying January 6th was an insurrection is such a fucking joke. There was no guns. There was no organization. There was no fucking buddy killed by the people's side. Right.
It's complete garbage, man.
Yeah.
Guys.
This old crusty fuck and all his fucking buddies are saying, oh, you're going to need F-15s. Okay.
All right. I would want the F-35, personally. Yeah, guys, jump in on this conversation down in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. And with that being said, let's go check some of the comments out. Our people love us. Yeah, I think it's undeniable. They're awesome. We got some real ones out there. So this was on an Instagram reel. I think it was posted somewhere. I don't have the reel, but I have the initial comment here. This comment's by Tim Flair. Okay, he says, quote, this dude is confused and think he's not because he speaks loudly, to which people started calling him out. Tim Flair says a Chinese bot named Tim. Well, then you're welcome to enlighten us, Tim. Please explain where he is confused and what he's missing here. The stage is yours. Tim Flair, you literally hide behind a spam account, laughing my ass off, which is pretty real. Well, that's a genuinely spammed account.
Well, that's how they do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
fuck you, Tim Flair.
Fuck you, Tim Flair is actually probably like the real Tim Flair is probably a nice guy, I'd imagine.
He's probably related to like Ric Flair.
That'd be a
He's
nice
probably
guy.
fucking badass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Ric Flair, they're fucking with your family, dude.
Woo!
Yeah.
Let their ass know.
But this Tim Flair.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, you're a douchebag.
I got a new fan here at Kenny Lingus 69. He says, this guy reminds me of Jonah Hill in Superbad if he grew up and got based and jacked, and I'm here for it. Dude spitting facts and people don't forget.
Well, so basically, I'm nothing like Jonah Hill. So I'm nothing like Jonah Hill at all. This guy reminds me of Jonah Hill, but he's better looking and jacked and smarter. So I'm nothing like that.
And not liberal.
And definitely funnier, too. I don't know. Jonah Hill's
pretty fucking funny.
He's a funny
all right,
guy.
you be careful there. Yeah. He's pretty fucking funny.
He's a funny dude.
He's funny.
I like Jonah Hill.
He's cool.
I think he's left though, right? Far left guy.
I would assume so, yeah.
But he's I don't know, man. He's pretty funny. He speaks the truth. Guy says real shit. Superbad's a fucking underrated movie
It's hard for me to believe it. It's hard for me to really like take any actors because they're actors.
Yeah, and they had to like suck major dicks to even be where the fuck they're at.
Bro, listen, I like Jonah Hill. He's probably sucked some dick. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know.
Yeah, allegedly.
You know what? If he wants to, cool. But like, I don't know. But all I know is that saying
do it by choice, not by force, Jonah. That's all I'm saying.
I don't. How do I remind anybody of this guy? Like when people say like you remind me of people.
Yeah.
Like I
could've got
expect
a
to hear
couple of-
somebody like
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah. Like
badass.
There's some good options out there.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah. That's a bro. That's a ding to the ego.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is a compliment.
Yeah. I don't know though, because I like Jonah Hill too. It's a weird thing. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he's talking about your humor.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe by humor.
then that's a compliment because he is funny.
He's funny.
Anyway, hey, I'll take it.
All right.
Like, listen, we're starving out here.
We got one final one. This one comes out, comes from the Tube at Shawnee B97. He says, shout out to the Grape Drink. Got me a free $1,000 of stuff at Nordstrom. Let's fucking go.
Nobody could catch him.
Oh, shit.
Bro, the comments on Grape Drink are so fucking bad.
I love them.
It's pretty
I
funny.
love them. They're great.
Bro, some dude sent me one.
Me
He's
too.
Like, he's like, dude, he's like, I got a business question for you. He's like, I drank Grape Drink and now I got 5 more bikes. Should I open a bike shop? Oh,
people
fuck,
wilding
dude.
out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good shit, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That sounds like a deal.
Hey, you know what? You can take that shit back to Nordstrom. They'll give you the money.
Bro. Then now see,
Nordstrom has the #1 return policy. Bro, they run a good
Do
shop.
they?
Fuck yeah, bro. There's famous stories about Nordstrom's customer service, dude. There's a story about Nordstrom's customer service where there was a guy who bought tires at the shop, and then the shop got torn down and they built a Nordstrom's there. So the old man went in there thinking like that they just upgraded the store, and he's like, hey, I'm here to buy tires. And they were like, or he wanted to return his tires or something. Anyway, they fucking returned the tires and gave him the money back, and that's not even their shit. Like that's
No
how
shit.
yeah, that's how Nordstrom's is, bro.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's super high level customer service.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's a book called The Nordstrom Way. It's really fucking good for any of you guys that own businesses.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Huh. That's dope. Well, appreciate you guys for
Yeah.
being real ass fans. Thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Make sure you guys hit that bell notification on the tube so you stayed up to date with the newest episodes coming your way. With that being said, let's get back to our headline. Headline number 2. Speaking of, this planning out ahead, okay? This headline reads, Biden and Zelensky to ink 10-year deal meant to lock in U.S. military support for Ukraine. Framework could box in Trump with U.S. election up for grabs. Now, this is an interesting deal coming out. Again, I mean, how far out in advance do they plan, right? And I think it's a lot further than most people think.
Yeah.
Right? Because let's just dive into this before we get too deep into it. So President Joe Biden is set to sign a deal with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky intended to commit the United States to a decade of military support, a move that could pressure rival Donald Trump if he takes the White House.
Oh, well.
The move is a key deliverable of Biden's G7 meeting set to begin in the Apulia region of Italy Thursday. The president arrived last night and meets one-on-one with Zelensky before the two leaders are set to hold a joint press conference Thursday evening local time. Quote, we want to demonstrate that the United States supports the people of Ukraine, that we stand with them, and that we'll continue to help address their security needs, and not just tomorrow, but out into the future. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told reporters aboard Air Force One en route to the annual confab. Quote, this is a big deal, he added Thursday. He called it a, quote, real marker of our commitment, not just for this month, this year, but for many years ahead to continue to support Ukraine, both in defending against Russian aggression and in deterring future aggression. Now, that's just one of the deals, right? And this is already after, we were just able to send another $60 billion to Ukraine, okay? This is after that. Apparently, there's another deal on the table right now. Another deal emerging from the G7 meetings is an agreement to provide Ukraine with another $50 billion loan amid its territorial losses to Russian forces. The money comes from interest on $300 million in seized Russian assets and gets around opposition from within the alliance to using those funds.
How do they get $50 billion of interest out of $300 million?
Now, listen, I'm not no veterinarian, but it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, that's because it don't make fucking sense.
Yeah, something's weird about that.
And it's called a lie.
Here's the good thing, though. Just like you just called bullshit, we call bullshit. Everybody watching, listening calls bullshit. So did the EU, because the EU just canceled that and said, fuck off. In direct quote, we might be stupid, but we're not that stupid, was the direct quote from them turning down this deal. So a major rift has emerged between the U.S. and European governments over a plan to secure a massive loan for Ukraine, leaving negotiations to run past this week's G7 summit and perilously close to the United States election. As leaders of the group of 7 advanced economies gathered in Italy from Thursday, American hopes that the meeting would act as a showcase for Western support to Ukraine as its war with Russia stretches into a third year, looked like being dashed amid increasing European irritation. So, quote, what Washington is proposing: we, the U.S., take a loan, Europe takes the risk, you, Europe, pay the interest, and we, the U.S., use the money for U.S.-Ukraine fund, said one senior European diplomat. Quote, we might be stupid, but we're not that stupid. And so that's canceled. That's off the table, which is good, as it should, because they also know that the people of Europe, inside the European Union, they are done giving any more money to Ukraine.
Not only that, they don't want a war.
They don't want a war.
So the U.S. is pushing for a war, a proxy war, which could turn into a full real war.
Yeah.
With our troops on the ground. You have Lindsey Graham and some of these fucking dumbasses saying, let's send our troops. First of all, any politician that thinks that we should go to any war whatsoever in any place of the entire planet should be required to serve on the front lines for at least 18 months. Okay? So if you're in Congress, or you're a senator, or you're whatever you are,
representative, yeah, sure,
and you're voting to go to war, all right, you and your family should be required to go to that front line for 18 months. And if we made that the law, we would have 0 fucking wars. Yeah. It would never fucking happen. But they're okay sending your brother or your sister or your children to go fucking die for their pocketbook. And that shit needs to end here in this country. The other thing is do you think that these European people want to have their fucking livelihoods, their countries, their everything that they've known their whole lives destroyed like they already went through fucking 80 years ago? They don't want to do that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Geographically, bro, they're so close.
That's right.
To all of that shit.
Yeah.
We're fucking pretty safe and removed from that
Are
stuff.
we? We got a fucking Russia submarine 60 miles off the coast.
Yeah, but like typically we're pretty safe from.
Yeah, that's not a reality that these men in our country have ever had to face.
Exactly.
None of these politicians that cheer on us going all over the world have ever really been in a war. Never really.
Mm-mm.
Okay? You don't see someone who went to Vietnam or someone who served in World War II or someone who was on the front lines of a major conflict saying, yeah, we need to go to war. It doesn't happen, dude.
Mm-hmm. No, but they're more than comfortable doing it because, again,
but Lindsey Graham's little fat troll ass will fucking smile with his wooden teeth on television and his little plastic fucking bullshit politician smile and tell us that we need to send our children over there to fight for him so he can make some fucking money. F you, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and another dramatic shift. I feel like this is important to cover too.
Hold on. It's also interesting. It's interesting. What's happened to the men in Ukraine? What's happened to the men population in Ukraine?
It's
decimated.
It's done.
It's decimated. Okay. So there's all kinds of missing men in Ukraine. And then we have this situation going on in the Middle East. Okay. I would encourage people to try to connect the dots as to how those are related. Why are we being told that we're going to rebuild Ukraine? Why are we being told that we're going to float the bill, the United States of America, to rebuild Ukraine? Doesn't this 10-year agreement sound a lot like what we do with this other place over in the Middle East? So maybe we could draw some conclusions about who is actually behind this and what's actually being done here right in front of our faces, because to me it sure does seem like they're trying to wipe the men of Ukraine off the planet and replace them with somebody else. Who else?
Mm-hmm. Who else is in search for a home right now?
Well,
It's a very good question, man.
I think it's questions worthy of being asked. And just because you ask questions doesn't mean you're anti this or anti that or racist or bigot. I'm done with all that shit, and so is everybody else. Fuck you. We're going to ask the real questions. We're going to point out the truth, and that's what the fuck it is.
Yeah, 100%, man. And one last little piece here, man. That I
But
think
what was Ukraine called before it was Ukraine? What was Ukraine's historical name? Why don't you guys go look that up? Why don't you guys figure that out?
Yeah.
Do a little homework. We'll talk about it on the next show.
Do your own research.
Yeah.
But one other thing, man, I want to point out because I think this is significant, and it's not really gaining a whole lot of attention for obvious reasons. They don't want people to know that this is happening. But in brand new news here, this headline reads, U.S.-Saudi Arabia petrodollar pact ends. Joe Biden's failures are bringing an end to global dollar dominance. So leaders from the BRICS alliance met in 2018, including Vladimir Putin, Xi Jinping. The original BRICS nations included Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and then South Africa, right? In March of 2023, South Africa's foreign minister, Naledi Pandor, announced that Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Egypt, Algeria, Argentina, Mexico, Nigeria, and other nations wanted to join BRICS alliance. This was a direct threat to the West and the U.S. dollar dominance, right? Remember when this got announced? It was a big deal. People were like, man, what's going to happen? What is this going to shake, right? Well, last week, again, nobody reported on this, but last week, Joe Biden allowed the 50-year-old petrodollar agreement between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia to expire. Tip Ranks reported, the term petrodollar refers to the U.S. dollar's role as the currency used for crude oil transactions on the world market. This arrangement has its roots in the 1970s when the United States and Saudi Arabia struck a deal shortly after the U.S. went off the gold standard that would go on to have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. In the history of global finance, few agreements have wielded as many benefits as the petrodollar pact did for the U.S. economy. The petrodollar agreement, formalized after the 1973 oil crisis, stipulated that Saudi Arabia would price its oil exports exclusively in the U.S. dollar and invest its surplus oil revenues in the U.S. Treasury bonds. In return, the U.S. provided military support and protection to the kingdom. This arrangement was a win-win situation for both. The U.S. gained a stable source of oil and a captive market for its debt, while Saudi Arabia secured its economic and overall security. But that's all done. It ended. It's completely done. The petrodollar's expiration could weaken the U.S. dollar and, by extension, the U.S. financial markets.
No. It will, not could.
Yeah, it will. If oil were to be priced in a currency other than the dollar, it could lead to a decline in global demand for the greenback. This, in turn, could result in higher inflation, higher interest rates, and a weaker bond market in the United States. Andy, what we got on this, man?
Oh, I don't know. Who's the main member of BRICS?
Russia.
No. The other guys.
Oh, you talking about China?
Yeah.
Yeah, Xi Jinping.
Okay. So
there you go.
So he's the leader of the BRICS alliance. Now, what family has taken more money from this certain country than any other politician ever?
Biden's.
Okay, so who does it serve that the petrodollar doesn't exist anymore and that now it can be priced in other currencies? Who does that serve?
Definitely doesn't serve us.
Yeah, no shit. So basically what it appears that we have here is that we have a United States president who is taking money from China, who is then allowing things to happen, or in addition to doing things specifically, intentionally, to put America in the weakest possible place. Who is now, like, how are we not tying this together? And why is nothing being done by anybody in Washington? Like, we know this motherfucker took money. He's made all these decisions that have fucked our country, the migration, the depletion of our oil reserves, the leaving of our military equipment in Afghanistan that is now being used in the fucking Middle East, the $6 billion they gave to Iran, blah, 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 blah. The inflation, crime, fucking all this shit. The woke agenda, all this shit. has been perpetrated by this man and his fucking friends. And it is on record that they are taking money from the country that benefits most from those actions. So anybody with common sense should be able to connect those fucking dots. And what those dots connect to say is fucking treason. Okay? So why is nobody in our government doing anything about it? Why is nobody doing anything? Why are these people that we've elected to represent us and serve us as servants, not as rulers, why are they not saying or doing anything if these things are true, which they appear to be? Why? That's a question we should all be asking. How many moves is it going to take of him destroying the country? Like, what is it really going to take for people to wake up and say, holy shit, we're being sold the f*** out by this fucking family and their buddies and a little cabal of fucking Americans that have somehow worked their way up into a leadership position here in this country and are now destroying it because they can't hold on to their own fucking power. And they have tons of greed and tons of evil tendencies. They don't fucking like us, the American people. They look at us like cockroaches. They think they rule over us, when in reality, the whole founding concept of the United States of America is they represent us. They are working for us. They are servants of us. Okay? So we need major reform here. This isn't, oh, we're going to elect a new president and he's just going to do things a different way. Our government needs to be purged of all of these rules and regulations and systems and processes that have allowed it to get fat, bloated, and basically become siphons of the American family's income, and then wasting it and then getting rich off of it. Like, dude, these things have to be resolved, and that's going to require major reformation and major change. But what they're fucking saying is he is going to reform the government the way that other people have reformed the government outside the rules of what is allowed, which is going to fuck all of them. That's why they hate him so bad. So
our strategic oil reserve is depleted. A hypothetical guesser, what do you think the new currency they're going to use to trade petrol will be? I would take if I was a betting man, I would probably say it'd probably be the yen, right? The Chinese dollar. Right. And so then we're going to be forcing Americans to purchase that at whatever rate that they decide and see fit because, oh yeah, Biden stopped us from producing our own. It's a perfect, listen.
Yeah.
Shit's about to get rough.
Yeah.
Real rough.
They've intentionally made it hard on it. This is what you guys don't understand. And not you guys, but a lot of people. When you go to the grocery store, you go to the gas pump, or you go to buy your favorite product right now, you guys are being told, like you have Joe Biden on TV saying, these companies are gouging you. That is not true at all. Every single thing that goes into making a product has gone up. Shipping has gone up. Fucking cost of goods has gone up. The value of the dollar has gone down. There's all kinds of things happening at once that make the economy super hard on you, the consumer. And the reason that's happening is because this dude is taking money and making decisions that are not in the interest of the American people, which is creating hardship. And then that hardship is being blamed on the individual business owners for being greedy, which is total bullshit. And that's a communist move. That's a communist tactic. Let's make it hard on everybody, and then let's blame the business owner so then that we can centralize all the business through the government, and then we'll be in control and all these other people will have to do whatever we want. That's what's happening.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Guys, let us know what you guys think. Jump in on this conversation down in the comments. Let us know. And with that being said, let's get to our third and final headline, guys. This is headline number 3. Spokane Pride Crosswalk vandalized days after teens charged with felonies for leaving scooter skid marks on rainbow pavement. No, I didn't fudge this one. This is real. This is a real headline.
I believe it.
The infamous Spokane LGBTQ Pride Crosswalk was vandalized again on Tuesday, this time with paint. The new incident occurred less than a week after 3 teenagers were charged with felonies for riding scooters over the Pride Crosswalk painted in the street and leaving skid marks on it. Crosswalk
seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Reasonable. So you have a road, and there are skid marks on the road from tires being on the road, which is the purpose of a road, and we don't like where you left the tire marks, so felony.
Mm-hmm. But if they were to do it off of it, it was fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes a lot of sense.
Perfect sense. The crosswalk is emblazoned. Emblazoned. Shit, man. I fucked that one up, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
The crosswalk is emblazoned with the colors of the LGBTQ Pride Progress flag at a busy downtown intersection. On Tuesday morning, officials discovered yellow and white paint splashed on the crosswalk after the city worked to have it repainted over the weekend ahead of Spokane's annual Pride Parade.
At the cost of $40 million.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
And who's paying for that?
You?
Not gay citizens.
Yeah. All citizens. I think it's funny how they use taxpayer money to pay for these causes that a lot of people don't believe in.
Majority of people?
Yeah.
Majority don't even participate in. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. Now, here's a video from the first issue.
Bro, we got to get all these crazy people out of government. Yeah. All these fucking do-gooders, all these fucking weirdos, all these fucking idealists. Here's what happened. We took our eye off the ball because the rest of us who aren't fucking weird as fuck, we're out here in the real world trying to make it happen. We're out here trying to make money, build businesses, create the society that all of these weird fucks live in and seem to hate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, fuck you guys.
Right.
We need to get these people out, bro, and fucking get our people in. That's the reality. Like, these people are insane. Like, this overly woke shit. It's like when Erin Elmore was on the show, and I said, what are they doing? She's like, they're trying to out-woke each other. That's what's going on here.
That's exactly what it is, bro.
I'm more woke than you. I care more about gay people than you. Look at this. I'm going to put these kids in jail for it.
I'm giving them felonies.
Yeah. Felonies, bro.
Felonies. It's insane.
They deserve it, little shits.
Yeah. Fuck up our flag that everybody else paid for.
But they can burn American flags in the street, and it's celebrated.
Oh, that's fine. No felonies there. Yeah. It's crazy. Here's a video from the first incident that happened that was covered. Here's a clip.
I just saw this group of teenagers deliberately making marks and scratch marks with their Lime scooters, just all around.
Several witnesses confronted the group and called police.
We're not going to sit by as we watch people deliberately commit a hate crime, right in the middle of downtown.
After looking at security footage, officers arrested 3 teenagers. 2 are minors, and 1 is 19-year-old Ruslan Turco.
You are charged with 1 count malicious mischief.
Turco had his first appearance in court this afternoon. The judge released him under the condition he doesn't go near the crosswalk or the other teenagers. Prosecutors, though, had asked the judge to set a $15,000 bond since that's how much it costs to repaint the mural.
The community really came together to raise the money for them to be able to do it before the parade on Saturday.
Now this vandalism just hours after that repaint and only a few weeks after someone else set fire to the mural.
It sucks to be reminded in moments like this that there are still people out there that, have hate in their hearts for other people. So
no, bitch.
Yeah.
There's not some people out here that have hates in your heart. The reason that people hate you is because you jam this shit in everybody's fucking throat. There should not be a pride flag on the fucking road. Is there an American flag on the road?
Right.
You guys get special privilege, and then you claim your
neighborhoods.
Yeah, or you're persecuted against. No, you are creating the hate. Like, what is so hard to understand this? That is not an appropriate thing to have anywhere for any reason. We don't paint flags on our fucking streets. We don't do shit like that. We don't paint Black Lives Matter on our streets. It's a fucking street. Okay? So people drive on the street. There's going to be tire marks on the street. It is not a hate crime for some kids that are tired of your shit riding their scooters on the thing and having a laugh. That's not hate crime. Right. Hate is putting the fucking kids in jail for it.
That's hate. That's straight hate.
I'm over it, dude. I'm so over it. They're creating this.
They are.
They're creating this.
It's funny because, and so let's
fucking hate crime.
Let's go to the city leaders, and I want you to watch this clip, okay? And we're gonna try to keep our blood pressure low. But this is a real clip of the Spokane city leaders addressing these issues of their wonderful pride flag being destroyed.
We need your help.
And so let me apologize for anything the church has ever done that might contribute to the hate we are currently seeing.
Also,
All of it.
sadness.
Everything you're
These
doing.
are my fellow citizens that live here. I know it was called vandalism, but it was hate.
It's how we show up for each other in our families, in our homes, in our communities, in our neighborhoods. We got to show people some love.
Spokane city leaders are sounding the alarm about hate in the city after that Pride crosswalk in downtown was set on fire Thursday morning. Thank you for joining us here on KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Whitney Ward. The day after a group of people set fire to that Pride crosswalk in downtown Spokane, dozens of city leaders came together to show their support for the LGBTQ community.
It was just spray painting. Now it's flammable. So the violence is escalating.
Yes.
And that's
Indeed.
what we're concerned.
I'm glad you're aware of it.
Yes.
Yep.
The violence.
Yeah.
The violence.
It's funny because it went from
Words are violence.
words are violence, ain't it?
Words are violence.
Mhm. It's just funny because it went from fire to lime scooter fucking skid marks, and
It's escalating.
It's escalating though.
Yeah.
It's escalating.
Listen, straight people aren't murdered every day on the streets. That's what gay people like to say. People will say, hey, why is this shit jammed down our throats? Well, I mean, when was the last time regular people were murdered for being regular? I don't know, every fucking day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm so fucking tired of it.
Yeah, it's dumb shit. Everybody knows that. But in a win, did you see that that Leah Thomas, speaking of gay people, that Leah Thomas thing, trans swimmer Leah Thomas loses challenge to compete in Women's Olympics?
We're not even sure that person is gay. That person's just trying to win some swimming shit.
That's just true. So you think he's just straight up straight?
I don't fucking know. But, I mean, when we had Riley on, she said that he was sexually active with girls.
Yeah, that's true. Huh. But he cut his balls off.
We don't know that.
He posted the picture. I saw the picture. You didn't want to watch it. You didn't want to see it.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm fucking over it, dude. I'm not playing along with none of the shit.
No, it's real shit, man. But I mean, this is a win. This is a win. So, he tried to petition it to get the Olympic Committee to overturn it, and they said no. So the Court of Arbitration for Sports rejected transgender swimmer Leah Thomas's challenge against the World Aquatics governing body on Wednesday over its rule that prohibits biological men from competing in women's sports and women's competitions, per the Associated Press. The three-judge panel ruled that Thomas's request lacked standing and dismissed the case. World Aquatics welcomed the decision and said it's another step forward, quote, in our efforts to protect women's sports. Even Riley Gaines hopped in on this. She said, quote, now the at NCAA needs to strip him of every award, title, and record he stole from a deserving female athlete.
I agree. And they should be awarded in a standalone ceremony to the people who rightfully would have won those.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It's absurd
man.
shit, dude. I'm so tired of hearing these activists talk about how they're so persecuted. When we got to go everywhere and see their shit, bro. We got to go everywhere.
Fucking
bro,
everywhere.
I don't give a fuck who you want to have sex with. I don't care how you want to live your life. But it is weird as fuck to make that your entire identity and to bring it around kids and shove it down everybody's throat. You don't see straight people walking around saying, hey, I really like pussy. You don't like pussy? Fuck you.
Right.
You fucking piece of shit.
Maybe you should.
Well, I'm just saying that's the way they behave.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not okay with pussy, bro?
See me.
Yeah, dude, I'm serious.
Yeah.
If you reverse the roles, it's absurd.
Fucking weird. We don't deal with those people over here. Like, we don't have it. I'm sure there's like some what do we call what do we call those people? Just like sex addicts or whatever. Like, but they're not celebrated in the straight community. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
It's
here.
just weird, dude.
It's weird.
It's if you flip the other side of the coin and you imagine straight people behaving like they behave, it's absurd shit.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, you know what? If that person, a straight person, behaved that way, all you gay people would hate him too. In fact, everybody else would hate him.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, y'all had it right like in 2014 or 15. Everybody was cool. Now it's become this absurd, ridiculous shit. And like, dude, how our community will love each other. Shut the fuck up, dude. We're fucking tired of hearing it. Like, listen, dude, I know I'm speaking for a lot of people. I know I don't speak for everybody, but everybody's sick of it.
Yeah, I say finish them.
Dude, listen, man. So the Civil War's against these people?
That's who we got to go. wait, let me pull it. Nope, that's who.
So this guy who's crying like he just got fucking, like he just lost his family because somebody ran a scooter over a fucking rainbow. That's the Civil War enemy. This guy here.
Yep.
This is the.
There you go.
That's the fucking guy.
That's the guy, baby.
Okay, so this guy is going to come fight the tens of millions of other people who are actual pro-American patriots. These are the guys. Okay, let's get it going.
Yeah.
Then we don't have to hear about it. Like, I'm just tired of this shit, dude. I'm tired of the crazy shit. Are you tired of the crazy shit?
Absolutely.
Everybody's tired of it, dude. Why are we dealing with these people? Why are we allowing them to put their crazy on everybody else? Why are we allowing the tail to wag the dog? This is a fucking under 1% of the population behaving this way. Why are they being allowed to do what they're doing to everybody else? They have privilege. They're not oppressed. They can say anything. They can do anything. They can get away with anything. That is not oppression. That is fucking privilege.
It's real shit, man. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think.
Hate crime?
Low.
She doesn't even believe it's a hate crime. By the way, she said it.
If it was a hate crime, they didn't charge him with
Bro, it would be horrible. Like, imagine a real hate crime, like a real one, okay? Imagine like some real KKK guys like lynching a black person. That is a fucking hate crime. That's horrible shit. You don't stand in front of that and go, well, we're not going to allow a hate crime. Like, that's not, you behave in a totally different way. Right. Like, you would be like, holy fuck, bro, this is really bad. This is fucking bad shit.
And more importantly, everybody would agree with you.
That's right. Everybody would be like, dude, we need to find these dudes. We need to handle these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But these people have made everything a hate crime. Like, they're going to say what I'm saying is a fucking hate crime. If you say anything, it's a fucking hate crime. Bro, you.
I hate you.
Not everybody has to go along with you. Not everybody has to buy into your ideology. Just like you don't have to buy into my ideology, I don't have to buy into yours either. That's called fucking America, man. Like, when are we getting that back? When are we going to stop pandering to the fucking weakest, loudest minority and let it ruin our society?
Makes no sense, man. You guys let us know what you think down in the comments. With that being said, Andy, we got our final segment. Yeah. Thumbs up or double fuck. This is where we bring a headline up and talk about it and get one of those two options. Andy, let me ask you a question. You like hot dogs?
Depends.
You like glizzies? That's what we call them.
Glizzies?
Yeah, that's what we call them. Glizzies. Yeah.
Who's we?
Bro, you're in it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you're in it.
Okay, so I'm learning the.
Yeah,
so that's a new word.
Hot dogs are glizzies.
Glizzies.
Yeah, but there's a rule.
Did you know this?
Yeah, he knew it. Of course, Joe knew it.
I like them. It depends, bro.
Easy because you don't like them. You can't say that you like them.
What do you guys say?
You don't. You just say no. I don't fuck with glizzies.
You don't fuck with them?
Not in public. No.
But in private, you eat them.
But you can eat it by yourself.
Okay.
Like if you're alone, you're shoving. You're putting a glizzy in your mouth, bro.
I ain't that homophobic.
No, I mean I'm just saying. Like, I mean it's a real concern in the community.
The black community.
It's a real thing.
So they don't want to put. They don't want to be seen putting dicks in their mouth.
You can't glizzies. You can't get caught with glizzies. In your mouth.
Well, right. I don't care. I like the glizzies. I like them when they're a little burnt, bro.
Yeah.
I like them off of Weber.
Come on, man.
With a grape energy drink, brother.
That's what you wash it down with? Grape energy
yeah, that's
drink?
right. I like them when they're a little burnt, though, for real.
A little crispy?
Yeah. I like those.
Ones.
Those are the good glizzies. The dark ones. I don't like them boiled, bro. I don't like them pink. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Keep them pink. Keep them little red rockets away from me.
Yeah, no red rockets.
Yeah.
None of those little Vienna sausages.
No. I like them big and
big beef
burnt.
glizzies.
That's right.
All right, cool. Well, speaking of glizzies, hot dog legend Joey Chestnut signs with vegan brand, gets booted from July 4th competition. Should have just stuck with the regular glizzies, man.
This feels very unpatriotic.
Yeah, I don't know what
Joey
he's doing.
Chestnut's like dominant, bro.
Bro, oh, so you know this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking glizzy master, bro.
Yeah.
He, I mean, big
He
time.
is the Nathan's hot dog eating champion, like over and over again.
16 years in a row to be
Yeah.
be exact. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know what he's thinking. So hot dog eating legend Joey Chestnut signed with a vegan wiener brand, and now he's out of the annual July 4th Nathan's hot dog eating competition he wins every year. California, oh well, that's the problem.
They finally got him.
Found him. Yep. California-born Chestnut, who recently signed up with a brand called Impossible Foods, won't be allowed to compete in the Coney Island tradition and defend the title he's won 16 times, including every year since 2016. The New York Post reported the food champ has completely dominated the competition, earning a world record in 2021 with 76 glizzies and buns, and last year keeping the crown after chomping down on 62
62 wieners. The quote literally says, keeping the crown after chomping down on 62 wieners and buns.
Yeah. So the July 4th Nathan's competition has taken place every year at the corner of Stillwell and Surf Avenues, just steps away from the boardwalk since 1916. A representative for Major League Eating, or MLE, which runs the event for Nathan's, told the outlet that, quote, the organizers bent over backwards to meet Chestnut's various other demands, but had to draw a line when he became the face of a different hot dog brand, with beef wieners it says are made by plants. Quote, we are devastated to learn that Joey Chestnut has chosen to represent a rival brand that sells plant-based hot dogs rather than competing in the 2024 Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest. A statement from MLE read. MLE and Nathan's went to great lengths in recent months to accommodate Joey and his management team, agreeing to the appearance fee and allowing Joey to compete in a rival unbranded hot dog eating contest on Labor Day, the statement added. But they continue saying, for nearly 2 decades, we have worked under the same basic hot dog exclusivity provisions. However, it seems that Joey and his managers have prioritized a new partnership with a different brand over our long-time relationship, the statement continued. So one source told the outlet that the hot dog eating champ was paid $200,000 to appear in the contest last year and was offered a 4-year contract for $1.2 million going forward, and gave that all up to be gay. Andy, what do you got on this?
I think it's a very short-term decision based on his part. You know, he's famous for being in the Nathan's hot dog eating champion. There's not another fucking hot dog contest that people give a fuck about, Joey. Mm-hmm. So now you just eliminated yourself from the only thing that's made you famous for a couple bucks. When the thing that made you famous was willing to pay you a couple bucks too. Doesn't seem like you have some very good advisors.
Sounds like he was just getting, like, bro, it sounds just like ego.
Yeah, he's getting, you know, when you suck the wieners down like that, you know, they go to your fucking brain. You know, he's got too many wieners to the dome.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is, man. Have you, like, I've tried to watch, bro. Those, like, that shit's crazy how they be fucking chomping down on those glizzies though.
Yeah,
like, I mean, they just shove them in there.
They get the bun wet.
Like, that's nasty.
Yeah.
It's nasty. That's
you gotta get the bun wet before you
get the buns wet,
and then you eat the wiener,
and then.
It's kind of like getting gangbang from hot dogs. I don't know, man.
What we giving this, man?
I'd say for Joey, thumbs down.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good move,
I don't
bro.
think it was a good decision, man.
You know? I mean, I'm sure as hot dog eating champion, you probably don't have the best advisors or agents around you. I'm just being real. It's probably like his cousin or something. You know what I'm saying? His cousin, Tony.
Yeah.
You know, but
like,
whatever,
Nathan's
man.
are good though. Those are some good dogs.
Nathan's, they good?
If I was to eat, glizzies,
aren't they kosher dogs?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's the deal.
Yeah, I like ballpark.
Dude, I like the ones you get at the ballpark. They're not even not the hot dogs, but the bratwursts.
Oh, brats,
that are like white,
bro.
You know what I'm talking about? They're like, I don't know if they're boiled or what.
White?
Yeah, they're like whitish looking. They're like beer brats. They're fucking good.
Oh,
dude.
beer brats, yeah.
They're fucking good.
Yeah. I like them when they like have like a little cheddar in there.
Yeah, bro.
Like cheddar stuffed brats.
Johnson made some good ones like that with like the cheddar and stuff in there.
Bro, they're good.
Yeah.
They're solid.
Yeah. I like all that. Like, dude, you can go to the butcher shop and get some real gourmet ones. Like, what's that one called? Kenrick's?
Kenrick's Meats.
Yeah.
He has some good meats.
They got some big wieners in there.
Yeah, you can get them whatever size you need.
Yep.
Small ones too for, people that are not as advanced.
For white people? Yeah.
Or they got low sodium and pepper for those for white people. But yeah. All right. Thumbs down, Joey.
Yeah. Sucks to suck.
You're on it, bro.
Hey.
Hey, man, listen. That's good.
Yep.
You've been rolling.
Yep.
All right, well, guys, Andy, that's all I got.
All right, don't be a hoe.
Share the show.